If you're struggling to figure out what you're gonna make for dinner tonight, I'm gonna show you guys how to make the most delicious, juicy, pan-fried chicken breast with a delicious garlic mushroom sauce. Let's get to it.
First thing that we're gonna do is get started on our prep work. Obviously, we're gonna need some garlic for that sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and mince up 3 cloves of garlic, and then we're gonna get started on our mushrooms. Now, I chose to use some mushrooms. You do not have to, but to me, it just adds another nice dimension to that sauce and a different texture in there. And honestly, I had these left over from a recipe earlier in the week, and the less waste, always better.
All right, at this point, we're gonna start working on our chicken. And I know it looks kind of goofy. I got my plastic cutting board on top of my wood cutting board. Now that is for good reason. You're not really supposed to mess with meat on wood board. It's a lot easier for the bacteria to get inside the wood grain. Plastic, on the other hand, all you gotta worry about is all your knife cuts getting that plastic into your food. Completely harmless. Optimally, you're gonna go ahead and pat this chicken dry. It's gonna allow us to get a nice and even sear. Now, if you don't got time for that, you don't have to do that. We're gonna go ahead and season it up. We're gonna do Italian seasoning. And it's also better to season before you cook. Allows the seasoning to penetrate better into the meat and overall better taste. So now we're gonna go down with onion powder and garlic powder, of course. And then some smoked paprika. And leave a comment below, guys. What is your favorite seasoning combinations? Because there's a lot of them out there, and most people just kind of stick to their own, you know, garlic, onion powder, salt, pepper. There's so much more out there, and if you guys dig a little bit deeper, there is just tons of good combinations. But nowadays, they make so many seasonings. They make lemon pepper, and they make all types of, everyone's got their own chicken seasoning. Everyone's got their own steak seasoning. We're just gonna season this other side exactly the same. We're just gonna get this pan on medium heat. Throw in some of that olive oil, a couple tablespoons. Let that heat up a little bit. One of the keys to getting that delicious chicken breast is getting a nice crust on the bottom. Look at that. You're basically gonna leave it down for about 4 minutes or so. And then you're gonna flip it over and let it finish cooking. Chicken doesn't take that long. One of the big keys to cooking chicken and cooking it right and making sure it's not dry is how long you cook it. Of course, you can just temp it. That's the easiest thing you can do. Temp it, make sure it's at 165 internal. If it's not, it's not done. If it's over that, it's gonna be dry, I'm telling you. All right, I've just temped these up. Beautiful, 165. And it's actually around like 162 or so. Trust me, they will continue to cook. They'll get to that temperature. That's where a lot of people fail, especially cooking steak. If you're gonna cook steak and you're gonna cook it all the way to the temperature that you're gonna want it at, by the time it's done resting, it's gonna be cooked at least 5 to 10 degrees more than what you wanted it at. Now we're gonna start building up this garlic sauce. At this point, we're gonna go down with 1 tablespoon of our butter. Let that melt up. We're starting to build up this sauce. Delicious, creamy garlic sauce. The fond, we're gonna begin to scrape that fond. And we have this on medium low. As that begins to melt, we're gonna throw in about a cup of mushrooms. However many you want in there. You can do less, you can do more. Some people don't like mushrooms, you can keep them out. I had these honestly, and I like mushrooms, and I needed to cook them up. I used them in a recipe this week, and sometimes you just gotta get rid of some stuff. So about 2 to 3 minutes on these. Let them cook up a little bit. now they're starting to get this beautiful golden brown color. We're gonna go in there with our garlic. We have 3 garlic cloves we went ahead and minced up. And these won't take very long to cook. Make sure they don't burn. We just want them to get nice and fragrant in there. Probably 30 seconds to a minute. Now we're just gonna season this up with about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Mix that in there, and we're gonna begin. Now we're ready to add in our liquids. As you see, that garlic is just nice and golden. And these mushrooms, everything's cooked so beautifully. Now, got this down to medium-low heat. We're gonna pour in 1 cup of chicken broth. And guys, learn from my mistakes, because I just had to whip up a bouillon cube because I didn't check my ingredients. I thought I had chicken broth, but works just the same. We're gonna put that in there, and then we're also gonna go down with 1 cup of heavy cream. Thicken that up a little bit. And we're gonna kick this up to probably about medium heat. Get this on a simmer and let it simmer there for about 5 minutes. Want it to start to thicken. All right, this is thickening. Not quite where we want it yet, so we're gonna go in with our cornstarch mixture. Got 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 3 tablespoons of cold water. It's gonna start to thicken up now. We're looking for about 5 more minutes on a simmer, and this will be ready to go. All right, guys, when you're looking for perfect sauce consistency, you're looking for coating the back of the spoon. And although this isn't a spoon, this is exactly what we're looking for. That cornstarch did the job. This sauce is absolutely perfect. And I hope you guys make it so you guys can just experience this delicious smell. Let's get this off the burner and serve immediately.
And now it's time to plate these up. Look at that delicious chicken. Look at that beautiful crust on there. And guys, you can serve this with a side of mashed potatoes or rice or noodles, anything you prefer. Goes great with anything. And this sauce is absolutely to die for.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Look at that delicious dinner. And honestly, I gotta clean up, but before I clean up, we're gonna dig in really quick. We're gonna taste this, because we didn't just do all that work to not eat this food. Trust me, guys, I do eat this food. And I hope you guys try this recipe out. Look at that. That's insane. Perfect. Absolutely delicious. I really hope you guys try this one out for yourself. Don't forget, like, subscribe, check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.